Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and if you are new to this channel, first of all, thank you for joining us today. And if you're wondering what this channel is about, well, this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. I start the conversation in the video and it continues down on the comment section, so do make sure to leave your comment. I respond to all the comments and I like engaging with you guys. Speaking of people I've been engaging with, I would also like to welcome back the regular subscribers. Shout out to you, and today's special shout out goes to Samuel Chabalala. I know you've been struggling with load shedding. Haha, strong. Anyway, let's go to today's video. And the first thing I want us to talk about is this guy. The club from the side, Kaizer Chiefs, are said to be interested in him after he was offered to them. Al Ahly are open to the idea of selling him to them. Now, the club, if you're wondering which club they're talking about here, they're talking to Kaizer Chiefs. Uguti. Kaizer Chiefs have apparently been offered this guy, Louis. I don't know how to pronounce his surname, but I'll just say Louis Miskushone, because Mozambique. He's playing for Al Ahly, and Al Ahly has transfer listed him, and he's 26, age is on his side, and he's a midfielder. Now, seeing the fact that right now what's happening is King, Modi, it's all over, it's not getting finalized, it would then make sense Uguti Chiefs is potentially looking elsewhere. I mean, it does make sense, right? And if teams keep on offering players to Chiefs, eventually one is going to be a good player. And I do not know him. Don't get me wrong, Chiefs, I'm just bringing it up. Chiefs has apparently been offered this player who was playing for Al Ahly under Peter Msimane, but the new coach is not interested in him. He's not in his plan, so he has transfer listed him. And now Chiefs are said to be interested in signing him. Moving on to the CAF Super League. Hey, a significant amount of the money from the CAF Super League will be invested back into the African football, and part of the process involves giving $1 million, which is 16 million rands every year, to everyone of CAF's 54 member association as contribution to football and youth development. If this $1 million is divided among the 54 nations, then it's very little. But if it's given to each individual nation, then given the prize pool is 100 million, it's what? It's what exactly? It's 1.6 billion. Yes, it's because I'm mixing currencies here. So if the total prize pool is $100 million, right, and then 54 million US dollars is given back to the community, it makes some sense in a way. It will develop football, but then on the other hand, you ask yourself, how is this good for clubs like Black Leopards, Sekukune, the small teams? Because if there is a CAF Super Cup, then you're not expecting arrows. You're expecting they will take the big guns like Sundowns or Chiefs or Pirates, Super Sport maybe in there, or Cape Town City are coming in now. And I'm asking myself, yes, this might sound good, maybe the money will be reinvested into developing, but knowing how corrupt our governments are and all that stuff, you might think, but that's besides the point. The point that I'm making is, I'm not sure how to feel about this, because it's like, okay, how is this going to be managed? Because the CAF Champions League and the Confederations League is also going to continue. So how are the players going to manage playing in the Super League? Or let's say Chiefs for instance, we're playing in the Super League, we're playing the Champions League, we're playing the Premier League, PSL, and then there is Nedbank Cup, then there is MTN 8 Maqal Season 5 Cups, and not to mention there is Ikaling Knockout, which I want to talk about. We are excited about the launch of this Ikaling Knockout Cup competition, which will increase the share of the conversation voice in all the nooks and crannies, including all media platforms. Dr. Khosi announced the launch of this culling knockouts, which I guess is replacing a telecom knockouts. Now I'm bringing these stories together. Given Uguti domestically will have 3 knockout competitions, and then there is a Champions League, then there is a league. 5 things. Or are they eliminating the league? What's going to happen? Who's benefiting here? Is it this 54 million all there is? You know, the money that will be given back? It's a thing that I'm not sure how I feel about, and it's actually a question. The question of the day, do you think this is a good decision for African football, CAF Super League? Because last year we saw it happening, almost happening in Europe, and then the fans just said no, we ain't having that. But what I've seen on Twitter is a mixed reaction. Guma fans, well, not really mixed reaction. Abang are saying they want to leave Pirates well and support Al Ahly. I haven't seen a Chiefs fan Jalo saying that, but I saw Pirates fans saying they want to support Al Ahly. I saw another Sundowns fan saying it's good that Sundowns is now going to compete with their equals, but it's just banter after all. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is actually a good decision by CAF to make the Super League, or is it just a greedy decision that they are making to benefit the team owners? Because if ngempela the format is like how MLS is in America, which teams don't get eliminated, then that's not good for us. But if there is another format that's different from the Super League that was proposed in in Europe, then we're talking about something different, which I'll be looking forward to. Now, going back to indaba ye-culling knockout, I think I'm okay with the fact that there's going to be another competition replacing telecom knockout. It's going to start in 2023 though. The only thing, a slightest concern is Uguti, there will be no more Carling Cup beginning of the season, you know. I know it's just only 2 teams, but it gets the season going, man. Chiefs and Pirates. Or maybe someone should just step in and say, well, let's call this a Vodacom Cup for a change. Because Vodacom is sponsoring Chiefs and Pirates. Like we used to have in Vodacom Challenge, but now it can be just between Chiefs and Pirates. Start the season with a dab, it would be exciting. But knowing Uguti, this Carling Cup will incorporate all the 16 teams in the league. It's exciting, it's good. Big ups to Carling for wanting to invest more in South African football as well. And also, the next thing that I want us to talk about is indaba ka Victor Letswalo. So, you know him, Royal AM, South African, he's a striker, we need a striker, but he scored a lot of penalties and his finishing has been questioned by a lot of people. Now, what has come out of the Royal AM camp, Uguti, Victor Letswalo has asked to be sold. You understand why. They just signed Unukovic as well, and I don't think Unukovic signed to go and sit on the bench. And it seems like there have been some issues with the Royal AM and stuff like that, and people are getting released, Omaduga leaving, and all that stuff, and now Letswalo wants to leave. It begs the question, are Chiefs still pursuing him, and now by him forcing a move out, he's actually making it easier for Chiefs or Pirates, because apparently Pirates were in the pole position of signing him, to sign him, and also Chiefs as a beef with Royal AM. So I don't see it being as easy, just as so easy for Chiefs to sign Letswalo. But at this point, seeing Uguti, we've also have that oh my goodness, I'm forgetting his name. We talked about him yesterday. Ngikhumbula kuma comment section ngilkhohliwe flat igaba lakhe ukuthi also have a 19-year-old who is training with the Chiefs as a backup striker, and if Letswalo comes to Chiefs, he's not playing second fiddle to Ashley Dupree either. You understand? And if we bring in someone else cheaper, probably they will still be able to be like a sub, a squad rotation player to Ashley Dupree, because I don't think if Letswalo comes to Chiefs, he would like to sit on the bench. He's 29, and Mawuzomhlalisa on the bench and at 29, unless something crazy happens, they promise him a lot of money as a salary, then he won't mind. But that's what we are trying to move away from. So I don't see how the Letswalo move happens as much as we need a striker, but it seems like there's a lot of things that are just not lining up for Chiefs to sign him. Maybe it's just trying to force a move so that he can go to Pirates or whoever else might want him. It remains to be seen. And speaking of players who might be leaving, Chiefs is also sending Daryl Macheke, our defensive midfielder, and Ubuyadlala centre back Mfana Mncane noLebohang Lisako, who is a left winger obengeke vele sithole scheme. So they are going out on a loan, and apparently the team that they might be going to is the Swallows. So that's good because it continues that good relationship that we have with Swallows, and also these good young players who are also versatile, because Lesako can also play as an attacking midfielder and then a right winger. So if they are going out on a loan right now, that means game time for them. And by the time next season comes, CAF Super League, maybe we'll love it. So by the time they come back, they will only improve the depth of our squad. And in that way, Chiefs will prosper. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out this playlist. Maybe there's a video you didn't watch. Do check it out there. And I appreciate you a lot. I will see you next time. And until such time as that, remember, Khosi, I'll pay you more.